If you want to see two guys that are more ridiculous than Machine Gun Kelly's brand new tattoo, then go to www.NTTFGPOD.com and subscribe. I'm Rock.
And I'm Archie.
Well, our opinions, they might not matter to some, but...
What are you doing in there?
It's a podcast.
Immature, crass, trashy. And those are their good qualities. These poor schmucks are a couple of IQ points away from eating paste. But when it comes to music, sports, and comedy, well, that's all they know. You're listening to
Not These Two Fucking Guys.
Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast.
Holy shit. How are we doing today, fellas?
Better than you.
Same song and dance, my friend. If you only knew what was going on behind these eyes.
Behind the fucking yellow brick wall.
It's rough. But good. It's all good. It's all good. I just wanted to get Sean on one more time, because why?
Sean looks like Sean's little brother. Look how good he looks.
We're gonna get to this. We have him on once a season.
Yes. Is this the last season?
This is the last show of that should be the last show ever. But this is the last show of season 4.
Wow, this went quick.
It went quick. We didn't hit up as many episodes as last year. They were a little sporadic in between, but little something.
It was a strategic move.
Yeah,
It happened.
It was all strategic. But we have to get you on once a year, at least once a year.
At least.
It's my favorite podcast besides mine. I don't even like mine. This is definitely my favorite podcast.
Thanks,
by far.
pal.
This is the most free podcast. Now, I don't mean like monetary. I mean like where you can just hang and talk and just be yourself and not have to worry about, oh, am I going to say something wrong? Am I going to offend somebody? How am I going to offend two gigantic pieces of shit? That's why I love being on here.
It's an impossibility.
That's this is why I need you on once a year to cleanse my palate, to cleanse our palate.
Oh, look, let me interview successful comedians like Mark Normand and all these friggin' people I have to put on a show. No, you could just be an asshole with me, which is why I love it.
So this is, we are concluding season 4 of Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast, and we wanted our buddy Sean Morton on. Everybody, let's give it up for our good friend Sean Morton, who's fucking killing it right now. Not only is he killing it, but let me tell you, you look good, my friend.
Thanks. It's a lot of hard work.
You fucking
hard work.
I have been following your journey. I mean, let's be honest. If you fucking stayed heavy, I still would have followed your journey.
Yeah.
No, but I could probably say the same thing as Rocky. Like I'm up at 5:45, but I'm not at the gym.
Yeah. It's fucking hard, dude. The older we get, the harder it is.
It's hard. Oh, it's fucking hard. But I'm seeing you post. You're doing it, man. And you did it. You dropped a half a Rocky.
No, not yet. I haven't dropped 300. No, I mean, listen, I was always a big dude, and at my heaviest, I was 459 pounds. So I think when I knew you, when I first met you, Archie, I think I probably where I was at. And then I lost like 100, over the course of time and shit like that. But I mean, I'll tell you the quick story. I mean, it's kind of shitty, but April 14th last year, I'm at Springsteen. I have like front row seats on my section. I'm texting my buddy, one of my best friends, and we're having a good time and whatever. And then the next morning, I got a text that he dropped out of a heart attack.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
The next morning?
Next morning, yeah. Next morning. My age, literally a week younger than me. And It was probably no question the worst experience I ever had. I mean, like I've lost a lot of people in my life.
Yeah.
We all have, you know. This was just one. Now you can't understand this for one reason because he was my good friend. Like he was the good one. Like
Mm.
you're friends with Rocco a long fucking time, and we
Yeah.
know he's fucking hot garbage.
Yeah.
So like when he dies in a few weeks, you're not going to feel that bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll say some words, but
You'll say some words, but
we'll
then
get through it.
you'll get a real singer, me, and then the band will keep going, you know. But no, he was like the good dude, you know.
Yeah.
And went to the wake, and as soon as I walked in and I was there, it was just that key turned, like that was it, like something just snapped in my brain, and I said, "At this, I'm never having my friends have to go through what I'm going through right now by looking at the box," and that was it. And the next day, literally the next day, they threw this at me saying, hey, we're going to do a benefit show for him. And we know you're a comedian. Why don't you put it together? So I'm like, fuck. All right. I don't even have time to like get upset about one of my best friends dying. Here I am going into fucking show production mode, you know?
Yeah.
So like I set some goals, and that was the thing. Like I needed some goals, and I knew I had to do something. And I just happened to go on Facebook, and I'm like, I'm looking for something to just set in stone, and that's my goal. So I was 359 at that point, and I scrolled through, and like my two biggest heroes in life was my uncle, and fictionally was Rocky Balboa. That was just I loved Rocky growing up.
Yeah.
Scrolling Facebook, first thing that comes up, the Rocky run. I'm like, all right, let me see what this is about. So it's a big Philly and race in Philly, and it's on my uncle's birthday. So I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You know, like, God, now I gotta run. I've never run in my goddamn life. What the fuck am I doing here? You know? So that was like that was April 15th or April 22nd, whatever it was. So I said, okay, I have the benefit show July 29th. I want to get down to like 325 by the benefit show. So I gave myself like 35 pounds.
Okay.
So at the benefit, I was 309. So I was like, all right, cool.
Nice.
So, like at the race, I wanted to be at 300, and I weighed in at 279 at the race.
Wow.
So it was just it was just like just constant run. I live in the sticks. I live literally in the fucking woods over here.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you guys know. I mean, I'm 3 minutes from Starland, but I'm in like
I know where you are.
Part. So I was just walking every day behind my house, just walking, and eating, clean and healthy and shit and blah 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 and all that stuff. And now I'm down a total of 204 pounds. I'm at 255 right now. So like it's
good for you, man.
So fucking different, man. It is so different, but like we're all close to the same age. Shit hurts.
Yeah.
Shit fucking hurts. Like I was doing leg presses in the gym on Monday. It's Wednesday now. I just got feeling back in my quads. Like I thought I was gonna die. Like it was fucking horrific. But
did you follow any specific diets? Was there anything, or did you just caloric intake or
dude, it was very weird. It was like I just stopped eating shit, and you guys are entertainers too, options are limited at 11:30 at night when you're done with a gig, and you can't just go for a salad or some fucking eggs, you're grabbing McDonald's and you're grabbing all this shit, or lots of hot dogs, Rocky.
Nice.
I watched the show. And, but yeah, no, just eating clean.
And you're always a big candy guy, right? If I remember correctly.
Oh my fucking God, dude, it kills me. I would go to like the American Dream, that mall.
Yes.
And go to It's Sugar. That 3-floor candy store.
Still get them
like $78 one time in that store. I'm not kidding. Like I really spent. I was addicted to it, and it was horrible. Like, I had blood work. My sugar was fucking out of control. Like it was horrible, and and now I'm just taking meds, and now I'm off half of them, and
that's good.
Everything, all the blood work is normal, and but listen, it happens when you don't expect it, and unfortunately, I had to have something really shitty happen in order for it to kick in, and there's no looking back now.
So we're talking all this in under a year.
Yeah, I've lost 105 pounds since April 15th. So today is, yeah, it's about 10 months.
Wow.
About 10
And
months.
you know what's crazy? Like, and I'm not saying this is you, but I'm just saying in general, heavier people, they're like, they might have the attitude of, I'm fucking fine, or "Yeah, fuck you with the gym. I'm not going to the gym. I don't need that shit. But when something changes and they see the other side, they're like, oh, wait, I kind of like this.
Yeah, like I'm addicted. Like I'm totally addicted to
Clothes fit different. I'm not, I
dude.
can fucking get up in like a second.
No. Clothes just don't fit different. You have to understand something. When you're a big fat whale, you have one store to go to, right, Rocky? It's called DXL, and you, you have one store. I went from wearing a fucking 5X shirt to an extra large. So like now I'm going broke because I'm buying everything.
Yeah.
Like I could buy all this shit, you
And I
know?
don't know if the people that are listening that know you, but you're a big jersey guy, like sports jersey
They're
guy.
all gone. They're sitting in my garage. I have two bags. I have two bags of jerseys that are 4 and 5X fucking jerseys that I have no idea. And Dixon's, you know, Dixon flannels?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had 70 of them between 4 and 5X's.
Wow.
And that's fucking, I sold like half of them. I gave a bunch to our friend Pete because he's still a
Oof.
fat fuck. You know what I mean? So like, I
Yeah.
don't give a shit. So he got the Slayer ones and all that. But
And it's
yeah,
funny.
it's just strange, man. It's very different, and I still have this thing, and it's going to take me a while to get over it. Of like, I still think of me as a fat person. Like, I went to LA 2 weeks ago, and my first instinct was to pack my belt extender, and it was the first
Oh.
time I didn't ever need one. And like, I'm going a great adventure when the spring comes around because I've never been able to go on a ride.
Holy shit.
You know, that these are the things
Nice.
people don't understand,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that people don't take into consideration. There's a little like I'm making new jokes about it now because like that's another thing. Like I
Good,
have to
good for
rewrite.
material.
Yeah, I have to rewrite so many things. So like now I preface the show saying like, let's address the elephant in the room. I'm no longer the elephant in the room. So I go into it and I tell them like, look, I would, if you hear me slip and say a fat joke, it's because I was fat and lazy when I wrote them, and now I'm just lazy and I want to rewrite new jokes. That's it. But like
Nice.
I'm still using some stuff, but it's different, man. It is very, very different. Like I talk about little shit like when Archie, you have no clue what this is about. Like if you go into a men's room and and I'm not talking about the ones that you go to with the hole and stalls and all that kind of stuff. Like if you go into a legit men's room, um, like the toilets are fucking bolted to the wall. They're not on the floor, like in our homes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
When you're a fat fuck, what that thought goes in your brain, like I could have to call 911 and say, hey, I was taking a shit in Target and I broke the toilet off the wall. Like that's the kind of things that go through your brain sometimes, like, and that's the things I don't have to worry about anymore. It's great. I mean, Rocky, I'm sorry you still have to, but
Well, listen, I'm actually waiting for Archer to drop dead to kickstart my fucking weight loss program. So
oh wow, don't ever
that's
say that. I mean, Tim, I get, but like,
Yeah.
no,
We
it's
all,
great though, man. It's going good.
I had a couple of checkups in the last couple months,
Okay.
and some came back not so great, and not anything like, oh my God, but
You want to
like,
talk about it, or is it private?
no, that's not it. Like just some I have a history of heart disease in my family,
So do I.
so
Me
I
too.
have to I have to get that checked, and I
Yeah.
got it checked, and I got it checked about 4 years ago, and there was no 0% of calcium buildup. So that's
Okay.
like, that's great. That's fucking great. So, I mean, I'm not COVID, lack of gym, eating this. I fucking took another test and there's a little bit of calcium buildup.
Okay.
So that like freaks me out a little bit. And then the guy wants to give me right away, wants to give me statin.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm like, No, I'm not doing that. It's not happening.
There's so many things you can do naturally too.
Yeah.
Like I'm a firm believer of, listening to your doctors and going along with their advice, but they also don't know everything either. Like they don't know what you're feeling. They can only listen to what you're telling them what you feel too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a legit issue. Like I have a thing called neuropathy, and it's gotten really bad over the last year or two. Like, and if you don't know what that is, like it's the nerves die. So like
Okay.
the nerves in my feet are done. Like I can't feel like half my left foot, and my right foot's going. I lost my fingertip already. Like it's a bad fucking thing. Keeps you up at night, all this shit. And like you can tell your doctor, hey, you know what? This med isn't working. Oh no, it is. I'm like, no, asshole. I'm telling you it's not working because I'm in
Yeah.
pain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll just take supplements and stuff. You read up on things and listen. I always say, fucking 200 years ago, they didn't have half this shit.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
didn't have
Yeah.
half this shit, and
They also died at 30.
well, that's true too. Yeah.
So, Arch, let me ask
true.
you a question. Do you think you know better than your doctor or no?
No, absolutely not.
So
I
then why
mean,
don't you want to take it?
because I feel that right now that I want to try it naturally instead of, well, told me I had to take statin. So now I'm like, so what is that? Just got to take statin until I die. What?
I mean,
No.
yes and no.
Bullshit.
No, I'm not. No, I am going to I gave myself like a goal, just like you. I gave myself a year that I'll get checked up again before probably in the winter, next winter. And let me see where I am. And we'll go from there. If he's like, well, hey, listen, it's, your cholesterol still, my cholesterol was a little high, nothing that high, but a little high. If then maybe I'll experiment with statin, but other than that, not now, because right now I've been on a good month of eating clean and I dropped not as much as you. I wish I fucking could, but like, I think I dropped about 4 to 5.
Dude, think of it this way, and this is something that my mother
I
taught
feel
me.
good. I feel better.
I told me this a million years ago, and it really makes sense when you think about it. Some people complain about losing weight. I only lost 2 pounds, right? I lost 2 pounds. That's all I've lost is 2 pounds. Take 8 sticks of butter. That's 2 pounds. Now staple 8 sticks of butter to your body and see what it looks like. You know what I mean? I know Rocky's getting a fucking hard on. He's like, oh, this is my dream. But that's what it looks like. You know what I mean? So like when you think about it, think of it in that kind of terms,
Yeah.
every ounce is crucial to your body,
I know. I don't know. We'll see what
He
happens.
used to talk about cool shit on this podcast. What the fuck is this about?
I know you just praised us in the beginning. It was like we talk about really cool shit.
Hey,
Now-
anybody want to talk about a colonoscopy we got to schedule on top of all this shit?
Oh, I just fucking did one. I'm 45 years old. I had my first fucking.
I didn't do it yet.
I had my
Neither did
first
I.
colonoscopy.
What was his name?
Archie went back for a second, third, fourth opinion.
I woke up. I was like, "Are you done?"
Why are your hands on my shoulders?
Yo, the fucking funniest thing, dude. So they give you like I had surgery once, so I was never really under anesthesia like one time in my life, But I do remember.
I actually never was.
Really?
Just weird, yeah.
It's fucking weird, bro.
It's creepy. It's a creepy feeling.
So like, all right, so I'm on my side like this, right, with my fucking bunion all hanging out, right?
And then you went to the doctor.
and she's like, I hear the heart monitor. I never did this before, so I'm like all nervous and shit. My hands are sweaty, and you hear fucking beep, 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 beep. I'm like fucking nervous. So
Definitely doing the nervous farts too.
I'm like, I'm thinking, I'm like, fuck, I didn't shave my ass. I'm like, all right, whatever. It doesn't matter, right? They got to fucking pay the toll. They got to get through it somehow. So I'm they called the Department of fucking Wayne to come in, DPW, fucking shave the head. So I'm sitting there, right? And I'm like, and all of a sudden she goes, okay, we're going to administer the medicine. And all of a sudden, my whole body just felt fucking warm.
Yeah.
And I remember right as I wasn't trying to stay up, but I was like this, and I went, here we go. And then I'm
Fucking
out.
great. It's so great.
So then I wake up and they're like, Jason, and I'm like, and I'm so hard. I'm 25 minutes, 40 minutes. I'm trying to keep I can't get my eyes open. And I'm like trying to struggle. And the first thing that came out of my mouth was his dick. No, the first thing that came out of my mouth was the same thing I say to my wife. Did I snore? She goes, well, a little bit.
No, it's fucking great. I remember it too. I had one surgery like fucking 20 years ago, or whatever. And the guy's like, okay, listen, I'm going to start counting back from 10. And, you'll be asleep before you know it. I'm like, yeah, whatever, dude. He goes, all right, start the counting. I go, all right, 10, 9, 5.5 hours later, I woke up and recovered. Like, it was just instant.
It's a fucking trip. That's a trip.
You understand now, like, why Michael Jackson was hooked on propofol. Like, that shit's fucking amazing.
Like,
the best sleep you ever have in your life. Would you remember that?
That's what my doctor told me. She's like, it's literally will be the best sleep you have in your life. So I'm like,
oh God,
I have to go for one.
I looked at, I was like, I know I sound like a broken record, but I was like, I got two little girls at home. Could you just put me to the fucking side and just knock me out for like a couple more hours, please? I could use like 2 more hours. Just fucking.
How old are they now?
3 and 5.
Oh, man, that's rough.
3 and 5. The fucking the 3-year-old just went to bed. Fucking 15 minutes
rough.
ago.
Well, you got to think of it this way. Like, what's really rough is that like they'll both be in high school at the same time. You know what I mean? They'll both be like, getting into college at the same time with all that money. They'll both be getting married at the same time, so
they'll both have their period at the same time.
They'll both, yeah. I mean, think of that. Think of that when that happens 10 years from now in your house, when all 3 of the ladies, your wife, well, she'll probably leave you by then, but your wife and your 2 kids all syncing up at the same time. Actually, what I would prefer, I wouldn't prefer that. I would prefer that they're on alternating schedules. Like your wife is week 1 and the one daughter is week 2 and the one daughter is week 3. So it's just a constant just a constant life of agony. Oh. That's all it is.
Fucking.
What you did there?
That's why I get the big bucks.
So now you actually reminded me of something. So how my mind was thinking. I know you're a sports fan, so I think you'll enjoy this. So like, yeah. So by the time 10 years from now, I look fucking old now. Yes. So imagine what I'm going to look like. Whitey's coming through.
Mm-hmm. Woohoo! That's why I'm doing the clean shaven thing now, because it's all white here.
Yeah. But the reason why I bring this up, has any of you seen Donnie Baseball recently?
Oh, it's great. I saw it yesterday.
All white, like Santa Claus.
He looks like fucking Whitey Ford sings the blues.
Yes,
he looks just like Everlast.
He does. He actually does. He's my hero. He was my absolute hero.
You and me both, Sean.
All 3 of us. I have a plaque in my garage still.
I got to go to dinner with him once.
Really?
Yeah. But back years and years ago, I mean, God, this is 20 years ago. My mom bought me this thing of it was at Mickey Mantle's in the city. Remember that place?
Yeah. Okay, I never went there, but I know of it.
It was Mickey Mantle's, and it was a meet and greet with Don Mattingly, and you got to have dinner with him. So, like, I have the picture, and it's still to this day one of my favorite experiences. But like, they had a huge dinner. I brought my good friend of mine with me, and they had other like Yankees there too. And they had Jim Leyritz, we were doing shots all fucking night long. What a shock! And Michael Kay, who was a real asshole, and then Roy White, who was a real piece of shit. But the rest of but Mattingly was the nicest, most down to earth, chill fucking
love it.
And he was just so humble. Like I looked at him, I said, "You seem off. What's wrong?" He goes, "Not good around people." I said, "Well, you'll be fine around me." He goes, "Get over here," and put his arm around me for the picture. Fucking it's so chill, man.
That's awesome.
Great dude.
Yeah, I met him once at a like a Yankee signing, and he was like, obviously the 2 minutes you spent with him, really cool guy. Definitely like my all-time favorite
Athlete.
sports athlete.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
is-
baseball wise, he was definitely my favorite. And but I still argue the point. I don't think he belongs in the Hall of Fame.
I don't know. Look at his numbers and look at Kirby Puckett's numbers. They're very, very similar, and Kirby Puckett's in. So
Well, we know
Here-
why Kirby Puckett's in.
I'm going to give you my Mattingly story, and I'm going to give you a scenario. Which one do you want first?
Your Mattingly story.
neither.
I never met him, but do you remember the stint when the Yankees sucked in the 90s?
Oh yeah, the fucking Dale Berra,
Okay.
Mike Rulo, Bobby Meacham era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Me and you don't know him, but Rock, you know, me and Catala, me and Stats, we go all the way down to the dugout. They were like, come on down. We need people in the fucking, you know what I'm saying? There was nobody there. Nobody wanted to go. Mattingly comes off the field, and if you remember, what does he do? He catches, like
He catches
someone tosses him a ball, right?
the practice ball, and he throws the other one in the crowd.
And he throws the other one in the crowd. Throws the other one right in between me and my friend Mike. We go to catch it at the same time,
Our
drops,
tips touched.
falls in the dugout.
Oh.
4 seconds later, the ball comes back, and you don't see anybody, but the ball comes flying out so high that him and I, little kids, we're like, oh! We go to catch it again, and it goes back in the dugout.
Touch tips for the second time.
All of a sudden, Steve Balboni comes out of the dugout like this.
Balboni. Oh.
Like, what the fuck are you doing? You're throwing the ball back? and he just fucking launches it. I was like,
Great.
we missed our ball. Fast forward maybe about 5, 6, 7 years, I've only caught one foul ball in my life. Jim Leyritz. Now, I have one professional baseball. Here's a scenario. You got a team. You are, forget about the date and time. You have Don Mattingly. You can get Don Mattingly, but you can only have one thing. You
Okay.
can only have his bat or his glove.
His glove.
Glove.
What do you choose?
I take his
Glove.
glove. His glove, absolutely.
That's what I would think.
Yeah, no question.
I loved him. I love him. His one of the sweetest swings in baseball. Actually, Ken Griffey had probably the sweetest swing in baseball.
Yes.
But I would go for his glove.
No question about that.
I think Mattingly had a fucking. How many Golden Gloves did he have? Like
a lot.
6 or 7, I think, right?
yeah.
Something like that. But he if he played like 5 more years and was like healthy, didn't have back issues, he would have got in the Hall of Fame. But now look at the players that get in now.
They're
Those
shit.
guys are fucking so marginal. Like, really? That's Hall of Fame? Okay.
I'm so out of it when I hear some people in the Hall of Fame. I've never heard of their fucking name.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so out of it. Like, I'm like, this person actually played this long and has had that great of a career. And I've never heard of him.
Yeah. And managed to avoid me.
Yeah.
How many years is he head coach or bench coach for Toronto?
Toronto?
Yeah.
This will be his first year, I think, isn't it? Or
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
or it's his second year. But
I think he took
I
a
thought
year
it-
off in between the Dodgers, right? Or the Marlins.
Marlins, yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I saw a picture of him the other day. I'm like, he looks fucking sharp. Like I thought that beard fit. Like I thought he looked fucking great. I mean, he had the white fucking Toronto fucking practice.
But I
uniform.
saw him. They showed a clip of him fielding balls, like playing catch and shit at first base, and he looks like he's still like play.
He's in shape. He's definitely in shape. Yeah.
That's
Not
fucking
baseball.
great. Yeah, so that was definitely a hero of mine growing up.
Oh, no question.
It was either him and Bam Bam Bigelow.
Love Bam Bam Bigelow. He's the fucking great. I got a Bam Bam Bigelow pop vinyl literally 20 feet away from me right now. I
That's
love
fantastic.
Bam Bam. Awesome.
I think Bam Bam came to my fucking grammar
Fucking
school.
beast from the east.
I think he did a cartwheel when he came in. He came
Virgil
to-
died today. I don't know if you heard about
I
that.
saw that.
Who did?
Who that is? Do you know who that is?
Ted DiBiase's boy.
Yeah. You know what he used to do?
Oh.
I have a lot of experiences with Virgil.
Richard
Yeah.
Lewis died today too.
Oh, that was right. Do you know what's fucked up about Richard Lewis dying is that he's
He
still
thought he was dying forever.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
But on Curb Your Enthusiasm, 2 weeks ago, Larry David's doing this whole improv thing with him, and he looks him straight in the eye and goes, "When are you gonna die?" And I'm like, "Well, bad fucking timing on that one."
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Fucking put the fucking Malik.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. You were
You didn't
saying
cut me off.
Virgil?
Yeah, so Virgil was known for like going to these conventions, right? And
Yeah.
he would just show up at random places and bring 8x10s and a sign that would say like, WWE superstar Virgil. But what he would do is he would go to these conventions and he would have the banner with Ted DiBiase's name on it and
Wow.
Virgil, and Ted wouldn't be there. So what he would do is
funny.
Oh, so he was cashing in.
people would come by and go, "Oh wow, where's Ted?" He goes, "Oh, he's in the bathroom now." So listen, don't waste time. Here's what you do: get the picture. I'll sign mine for $20, and then when he comes back, you already have mine signed, and he'll just sign his for whatever he charges. And he would make a mint doing that shit, fucking mint. But my favorite story is my buddy was doing a documentary on wrestling a long, long time ago, and we're in Paramus, and we had to take some wrestlers to New York City. So he had a bunch in his car. So in my car, I had Georgie Animal Steel in the front seat. I had Greg the Hammer.
Story start like this.
Yes, I had Greg the Hammer Valentine behind me, and then Virgil about to sit in the rear side passenger seat.
What, were you driving a bus?
I had my Explorer. So he comes to the car. He goes, "Oh, wait a second," and he runs back into the hotel. And he comes out with his sweatshirt, like he's holding his sweatshirt, like when you put something in it and you're trying to hold something and you're just walking around, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he has like 10 apples. And we're like, what the fuck are you doing? He goes, "Oh, they're free in the lobby. They're free in the lobby." And Hammer looks at him real quick and goes, "You better be careful with that. Get diabetes quick."
Oh my God.
I was like, "Oh my fucking God." I'm dying on the inside, but I'm also gutturally laughing myself.
Yeah.
It was so great. But he was
Holy
he was
shit.
one of the weirdest dudes, man. One of the absolute weirdest dudes.
I feel like Rock, didn't you try to get him on the podcast and he was like all of a sudden he threw out like an exuberant amount of money?
No, not him.
Not him?
No.
Oh, I thought it was him.
I had
Or-
somebody.
No, that was your sister.
Oh, that was it.
I had somebody say, "Yeah, I'll definitely do your podcast for $2,000."
Fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Yeah, actually, Tito Ortiz said that.
Did he really?
2,000. He's like, yeah, $2,000. I'm like, dude, come on.
I wouldn't fucking interview Brad Pitt for $2,000.
Listen, at
I'd
least
suck his
mine
dick
was
for
on The Sopranos. You know what I mean? Granted, he was the bitchy son who was a little pussy, but I'm not going to say his name, Robert Eiler. But anyway, he was the one who, I don't give a flying fuck. My career is going nowhere. So yeah, he don't give a shit. He was the only one who actually, actually wanted money for the podcast, which I thought was a douche. Did you guys? Now you guys have gotten a lot of great guests. I will tell you that you've gotten a lot of great guests. Do you feel that you got better guests during the COVID lockdown?
Yes.
than you have after?
Yeah. Because people had fucking nothing to do.
Yeah, like I had amazing guests on my. I mean, we had similar guests on our shows,
Yeah.
and they were great guests. And now I feel like I'm interviewing fucking hacky New York comedians every goddamn week.
So are we. Just
Oh shit!
All right.
Look at that. He got his
No,
A game
it's
gummy
not-
now. Look at
If I can deal it, I can take it. Just
Arch, by the way, you're fucked.
oh, you have no fucking idea the can of worms you just opened
You're
up.
fucked.
I agree because people do talk to me outside of this and they're like, "Oh my God, bro, I saw that you had on, so and so." I'm like, "Oh yeah." And the point in time of COVID, people or celebrities or whoever you want to call them were probably like, "Oh, I don't know where this is fucking going, and I haven't doing anything lately, and yeah, I'll come on your podcast."
Yeah, I think a
And-
lot of it too is like stroking their egos too. Like these are people doing shit, and then like, look, we're just working class people. We have day jobs and we have shit that we do on the side, whether it's music or comedy or blowing dudes, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But we have like that. This is all they had. So these guys or girls were fucking dying on the inside. Like I think they have to have their egos stroked, and that's why we're doing that. But man, let me tell you, I look back at some of the episodes for you guys and for my show and stuff, and it's like we did a good fucking job. We did, man. I mean, I always I bust your guys' balls more than anybody, but you guys have a great great style and a great flow on the show, which makes it a lot more inviting for a lot of guests too, which is very
Thank you.
And I
Thank
try and
you.
do the same
Appreciate
thing with
that.
mine because my co-host is a fucking cunt. You know, a stuttering, mumbling prick. I love the guy to death, but just shut the fuck up and let me let the real fucking interviewers do it. You know what I mean?
I mean, one of my favorite was because I'm a huge Kiss fan. You know, I was like, how did the fuck Bruce Kulick? I was like, this is
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
Yeah. I
You
mean, I
know?
had some good one. I had Rob Caggiano from Volbeat.
Rob Caggiano.
You
Where's he
know,
going to end up? Where the fuck is he going? Do you have any insight? Where is he?
I can't tell you.
Where's he going to end up?
Can't tell you.
He's got to be starting something different. I don't know.
You know, sometimes when you're a shitty New York comic, you know people. You know what I mean?
Nah.
Can't tell you secrets.
Seeing Volbeat last year, I think it was a year and a half ago.
Yeah, well, they kind of did him dirty.
I walked away going, his guitar tone is just fucking amazing.
We call it the Caggiano effect because
Where's he
band-
going?
I can't tell you.
Fine.
I'll tell Rocky off the air, but I won't tell you. On principle.
I sure as hell wouldn't tell you.
But then, all right, so in that retrospect, right, Jason Hook of Five Finger Death Punch started a band called Flat Black.
Okay.
And it's definitely finger punches. You know, it's not like, oh shit, that's really fucking.
Did you say it's very finger punchist?
Yeah.
Christ.
I would love to fucking punch his fucking face so bad.
You said your co-host can't fucking talk. Jesus Christ.
What is it? Why is it the chubby, good-looking ones who have the talent have to deal with these fucking skinny pricks with no fucking talent at all?
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel good he called me skinny.
I wasn't talking. Oh, yeah.
Talking about your.
Oh, look, compared to Rocky, even I'm skinny now. Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna adjust my moo. But I'm just curious to see wherever he ends up because I'm a fan, and I think
he's a great producer too.
He's fun. He's got great fucking albums under his belt.
Oh my god!
But I mean, I think he's fun. Like when I see him do shit, and he did like this like shit with Brewer too at one point a couple of years ago. But yeah. I'm a fan of his, so I'd like to see what happens. But back now, you guys had some really cool guests, man. And
yeah, it was a lot of fun, you know. And
where are you guys out now with all this?
We still do it every week. We're at like 150 episodes in right now. It's like 4 years in, so we're having a good time doing it. I'm doing another podcast on the side. It's a fun little project. It's a everything 80s podcast.
I love the 80s.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Like I do it with a friend of mine who's a booker in Connecticut. And, we just do it like Friday mornings, like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and it's just very light. And we don't curse because it's like sponsored by people and stuff like that. But our show's a lot of fun, man. We had this. The thing that sucked was when we started it, like literally right before COVID, we were in $1 million studio. Like
wow.
it was a legit $1 million studio.
Yeah.
We didn't pay for shit. Like they just wanted content, so they put us on there. And now we just do it on Zoom, which is even better. Because it was hard to get people to come to Sea Caucus and stuff like that. It was a little bit. Yeah. No, it's a lot of fun, man. I still have a lot of fun doing it, and we've had some amazing guests. We had some shit guests on top of it too. I mean, I don't care. I'll call them the fuck out. I had a comic 2 weeks ago, fell asleep 3 goddamn times.
That's funny.
No, like we're just talking like this.
I saw you post something about that too.
Yeah, and I'm literally talking, and I see the guy just out cold. I'm like, what the fuck?
Was he on dope? Was he like nodding out?
He was just like a piece of shit. Like he was just fucking sleeping. And I'm like, I'm saying to myself, oh, I understand because he's in California and it's only 5 p.m. out there. We're taping. Fucking douche. But yeah, I mean, we've had some stinkers though. I mean, I can't lie. I mean, we all have. We've had some bad guests, of course. But, the good ones always shine through. I saw one guy you had on there, and I'm going to throw his name out there because I think he's a really good guy, Chauncey Hayden.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That was probably my favorite episode that I did on that show.
He's a great guy.
It was just me and him. It was just me and him. My co-host wasn't there, and we went for like an hour and a half, and I heard the whole story, and it was just it was unbelievable. It was very, very chill.
What a great story.
It really was. Really is a
Yeah.
great story.
Like-
And it's one of those ones you watch on social media and you're like, wow, this is something like you'd like to see. It's a turnaround story. It's
Yeah.
I told him the same thing, Sean. I literally watched this on like social media, like it was like a daytime soap. I'm like, what's next? Will he
Yeah.
find the girl? Will he get the girl?
because we grew up in the 90s and the 2000s in the band scene, and you always had the Stepping Out magazine, and you always
Yes.
see the name
Yep.
and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And then you put the human aspect to it. It was just a really fucking great interview, man. I loved it. Anybody ever asks me like to pick an episode, that's the one I send them.
I tell you
Nice.
what was cool about that for us is that, you know, like, he lives in Ireland,
Yeah.
and the whole thing was like, oh, scheduling, and isn't it like 1 a.m. now, or it's
It's like
I
6
rem-
hours ahead. I think 6,
6
7.
hours. I remember
Yeah.
Rocky telling me like, oh, he's going to bed right now, like he can't do it or something like that. So I'm like, all right, well, finally we'll get him on eventually. And then Rocky's like, oh, he's gonna be in New Jersey next weekend. Let's
Yeah, I remember.
fucking go. And to do a lot in-person podcast is so much more fun and different.
Oh, yeah. It's great.
The vibe, the jokes, it's right there. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have to fucking worry about, I mean, my jokes don't hit that well anyway, but I don't have to worry about Zoom. Like, huh?
There's
Did
more
you
human
get it?
aspect to it. Like when there's somebody in the room, like there's certain things you can't do. Like I'm jerking off right now, which I couldn't do if I was gonna have if I was in the studio. I mean, I could. I mean, Rocky's hands are very soft because he hasn't had work a fucking day in his life.
They would never even know.
Yeah, but like no, it is very different in person.
I'm
Very,
jerking
very
off right
different.
now.
Hey, I got two handsome devils I'm staring at. How could I not? You know what I mean? And now that I was wait, I can actually feel the fucking thing. You know what I mean?
We're gonna.
Huge now. When you lose weight, it gets bigger.
Yeah,
I
think he grows
agree.
An inch for
I
every
agree.
25 pounds.
Now, when I said to you before, it's no feat or anything like that, but like I lost around 4 or 5 pounds, right?
Right.
But the bloatiness, because I kind of stopped. I'm definitely eating carbs, but I'm not eating bread. I'm just not eating bread. Just from not eating bread, I'm just not bloated. I'm in
Right.
the shower the other morning and I'm like, hey,
What are you doing?
Hey, look who's here.
I'm 45. You didn't grow.
It's so different. Like when you realize in your 20s, like you can do whatever the fuck you want
Yeah.
in your body, and you
No consequences.
there's nothing. You don't even think about it. And like now you're paying for shit that you did 20 years ago. You know,
Yeah.
I said,
Now I'm like, oh no, you know what? I'm kind of hungry, but it's a little too late to eat because I won't be able to sleep and I'll feel like shit. I'm like, what?
I said this on stage. The other day, I had like a guy in the front, a young kid in the front. It was like 22. I said, you know what I have that you don't realize that you have yet? And he goes, what? I go, knees. Like you're
Knees?
22, you don't realize, like you don't fucking know that you have knees. But when you're 47
yeah.
and you've been 400 pounds your whole fucking life, and then you realize, yeah, these things fucking hurt. Like shit hurts all the time. All day long, shit hurts.
The other every so often I talk to Rocky almost daily, but every so often I'm like, so what's for dinner tonight? And it's always like, I don't know. Right. So I think one day I was like this. I was like, what's for dinner tonight? He's like, I don't know. I go, you want to know what I'm moved for? I'm gonna move for Chinese. Why don't you get Chinese? He goes, nah, I'll never be able to sleep.
It's fucked up.
Dude, I'm so regimented. Like I have
What did you
everything
just say?
planned. I have everything planned out. It's so disgusting. Like I have my shake and my bar and my yogurt, and then I'm done for the day until I get home, and it's a sensible dinner. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it's regimented because
I'm
like,
Minnesota.
I have eggs every Thursday night because I weigh in every Friday morning, and I don't want to be fucking bloated on Friday morning when I weigh in. I don't even know who the fuck I am anymore. It's so horrible, so fucking horrible.
Now, what do you do when you're obviously you have gigs, you're out on the road, like bars and shit like that?
It's hard. Like I was away. I was in Hershey, like 2 weeks ago.
The chocolate.
Well, I stayed away from it. I'm a junkie. Like I would listen. If you told me I can get a lifetime supply of like Hershey's Symphony chocolate bars, and all I had to do was like suck one herpy dick, I probably would. Like it's
A
like
herpy dick.
I'm yeah, like I'll take that fucking chance. Like
Yeah.
it's free chocolate, it was that
Yeah.
bad. But yeah, it's hard, man. Like I but you know your body at certain points. And that's the thing that I've learned over the last 10 months is I know what happens. Like I'll weigh in on Friday and I know like by Monday I'm going to be up like 3 pounds. And it just happens because that's what my body does. And then the next couple of days it goes down, and then by next Friday I have a loss. It's just the way it is. Like the other day, last weekend, I went loose. I had fucking pizza on Friday. I had a bagel Saturday. I had a fucking empanada. I was eating burgers fucking at home Saturday night. I made cacio e pepe on Sunday.
Nice.
Cacio e pepe. And like, I fucking gained 7 pounds in a weekend.
That's
And
crazy.
then I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And then I started like pissing like a fucking 9-month pregnant lady who just drank a gallon of water the next morning, dude. And I swear to God, Monday morning, I was up to 266. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? The next morning, 257.
Wow.
9 fucking pounds in a day. Like, so like, that's the thing about when you're going through all this kind of stuff, you learn so much about yourself.
Yeah.
You learn, like, I can't have salt. I just can't do it. And that salt is my favorite. I put salt on fucking Cheerios. I love that shit. You know? I'll put it on anything and I just can't have it. I just can't have it. My body doesn't work with it. So like, yeah, it's hard on the road. It really is. Like, so like I'll and that's the thing too. I have to book a lot of hotels now because I'm 48, almost 48, and I got bad glaucoma and my eyes are shot and I can't drive well at night anymore. So now if I do road gigs, I'm staying over most of the times too. So it's a little easier because I can buy protein shakes or bring them with me or
Yeah.
shit like that. But
How about booze? Have you been are you a big drinker anyway?
No, I quit it. I never was. I never really was. I do like the pot.
The pot. Yeah.
The pot is good. It helps a lot with the pain. But it's bad with the munchies. Like that's a bad fucking thing. It's a bad thing. But yeah, no, I was never a big drinker. I never really was. I mean, yeah,
well, that's good then.
You know what I mean? But like, I'll have one socially. If you told me I can never drink again in my life, I'd be like, all right, that's cool. Like, it doesn't faze me.
Yeah.
If we were talking to Rocky and you were like, look, you can never suck a dick again, his earth would shatter. Like it would be it. He would be done. He'd be absolutely. I'm picking on you a little too much tonight, and I apologize.
Yeah, he's the one who insulted you. Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
you've been very quiet. You've been very quiet and reserved tonight, which is not normal. Usually, you talk a little more, and fucking the hump over here doesn't really say anything. But
I break his back. He carries me through these shows. This guy over here.
Yeah, listen.
You know how it goes.
You're a good. Oh no, yeah. Trust me. I know what that's like. Fucking.
So so talk to us about some gigs. You got some gigs coming up, bro?
Yeah, I got. Dude, I'm.
You've been gigging a lot lately.
I'm slammed. The big thing I will tell you, the big thing that I'm doing is I am going to be doing my first hour special.
Ooh, where?
Nice.
Or we don't. Do we know yet?
I originally wanted to do it on 420, but logistically it just wasn't going to work. I'm trying for the venue now. I have I already have some people interested in putting it out, which is good. Just trying to work out the details. The cool thing is it's like 16 years in the making. So like I have my hour ready, and you guys know you've interviewed so many comedians too. Like when you put out your hour, that's it. You can't tell those jokes ever again.
Yeah.
Out there, So I wanted to make sure that once I had the hour and I taped it, that my next hour is ready to go, and I'm ready. So I have the special hour, and then I have my new hour that I'm doing after that already.
Unless you're Bert Kreischer and you have to tell the machine every fucking night.
Can I just tell you, I love him. I truly love that man. I think he's great. I think with comedy, there's such a niche for everything.
Yeah.
And I think we're going through a real resurgence right now. Again, I think it's kind of goes in waves. Like you always talk about, like with music, like, you had the power metal, and then you had like the new metal, and then there was like the whatever. And then like the Southern rock thing came back for a little bit. It's all waves. And right now, dude, this is a blossoming fucking time for comedy. I mean,
Yeah.
some of the guys you've had on the show. I mean, like you look at guys like Shane Gillis and Mark Normand and
Yeah.
Rogan and Tom Segura and Tim Dillon. Fucking Tim Dillon's making like $300,000 a month on Patreon alone.
Wow.
Just Patreon, like that. There's so much great content out there, and unfortunately, it's not in this area. Like Austin is the biggest city for comedy right now.
You got to get to the mothership.
The mothership is the place to be. I'm dying to get down there. I really, really am.
I would really, Rocky and I would be over the moon if
We
you
should go.
if you got a spot on the fucking.
Oh, I can get a spot. That's not the problem. It's just getting fucked down there. That's
Yeah.
that's the
Well,
issue.
don't drive
At night.
Only during the day.
at night.
Only during the day. Because I got the glaucoma.
the glaucoma.
Well, doesn't the weed help with that too?
You'd think it would. It doesn't. It makes it worse. And it's only in the one eye that's bad. So I got a fucking, it's blurry and shit. And this is the thing. Like we're talking about how shit like affects you when you're younger and you don't pay attention to it. I was told like 10 years ago I had it. And all I had to do was take drops. And I never took them. So now my fucking vision of my right eye is fucked up because I didn't take these drops. So like now I got to take drops the rest of my fucking life. And I'm going to have blurry vision. When I could have just taken them 10 years ago, I would have been totally fine. But like that's the thing. You don't think about this shit when you're younger.
Yeah.
That's why I push on everybody. I push on everybody. Like, I see young dudes like comics and shit like that. And they'll be like, you have any advice? I'm like, yeah, get in fucking shape right now. Get in shape right now. Because like when you're in your late 40s, like I'm in my late 40s, I'm in my mid 40s, I'm in my fucking late 40s at this point. And it took me this long for me to wake up and realize like shit can fucking go down anytime. Like you ain't guaranteed shit in this life. Like tomorrow you're done. And
Yeah.
I would rather, be a size 38 waist than a fucking 60 like I used to be. And that's no joke. That was like fucking legit, But it's been an interesting year. It's been like it's been the best year of my life and one of the worst at the same time. So it's kind of been a little fucked up, but
Yeah.
comedy wise is going to be great. I mean, I'm loaded out right now and I want to tape this special. I'm thinking August. I'm thinking right around my birthday. So the middle of August, got to find a venue. We'll sell the shit out. I'm not worried about that. I'm going to do it locally too. Like we're centralized. So like my fan base can make it. And by fan base, I mean me begging people
Yeah.
on Facebook to please come to the show. But I'm going to do it right. I want to do it right.
We will make sure we will be there.
You
I'll fucking be there. I'll be there.
I'll be there. I'll be there. I can't speak for him.
I'm doing
there.
a free show tomorrow night, 10 minutes from your house, and I guarantee you won't be there.
You're not 10 minutes from my house, and I won't be there.
I'm telling you, tomorrow night, I'm 10 minutes away from your house, and you won't be at the show. Why? Because you're a fucking disappointment. That's why. Oh, I got 2 kids. Everybody's got kids.
You aren't the first person in my life to call me a disappointment this week.
Or the last. It's only Wednesday.
And it's only Wednesday. Okay. We'll leave it at that.
We're good.
Sean, once again, thank you. Thank you so much.
Next year, let's just have a more fun conversation, not talk about fucking glaucoma and
I think
loss and shit.
Because we got a studio that we can go to.
Yeah.
Why don't we get you in the studio next interview? You come up by us because it's like North Jersey.
I'm fine with that. I'm in Central Jersey now.
We'll do it during the day.
Work, you fucking moron.
We'll do it on the weekend. I don't want you to drive at night.
Oh, fucking blow me. It's like, no, really, man. I love doing this show. It's a lot of fun every time. And
we'll have possibly a nice little set.
I wish you guys had gotten better at interviewing.
Well,
you really haven't, but it's
I mean, once again,
yes, too, apparently. So whatever, it's fine.
Once again, I have to my co-host right here. I owe it all to him.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate that.
Maybe he's not a man of many words right now, but
appreciate that, pal.
All 17 words he said all fucking night. It's been we're gonna do a half an hour. Yeah, we're at fucking an hour and 2 minutes, and fucking dumb nuts has said 9 words. It's great.
Do you want to blast out anything? Any shows?
No. When's it gonna be posted?
I'm gonna be posting this probably Friday.
Oh,
2
okay.
days.
Okay, so Sean, if he says probably Friday, That doesn't mean this Friday. Believe me. Trust me. I will bet you $1 million fucking the show does not go out on Friday.
I'll give you a good one. I'll give you a couple good ones. April 5th, I'm doing Laugh It Up Comedy Club in Poughkeepsie, which is a great place. Then I'm going to be at Governor's in Long Island, April 19th. And I mean, literally, I got shit booked down until December. So
That's awesome. That's fucking great.
Tons of shit coming up.
I can't wait. I'm coming to your special.
You should.
SeanMortonComedy.com.
Sean, I'll text you. I want to come to the show on the 6th in Fairfield.
I'll text you.
I want you to let me know how it was in the 6th in Fairfield.
You're such
I'll let you know.
You're such a fucking bitch.
He's a hard.
I'm a bitch.
I agree.
Everyone, the great Sean Morton. Dude, thank you so much, man.
I love you guys.
Like I said it before, every year I want you on and you come on, you're like, yes, right now, whatever, tonight,
Good.
let's do it.
Make it work.
So thank you very much.
All right, pal.
Awesome friend of the show.
Catch you guys later.
All right, brother. Be good.
Peace. If you just heard us talking to our boy Sean Morton, you're chilling like Billy Bob Thornton, sipping a cup of Joe from Tim Hortons and hitting an RKO out of nowhere like Randy Orton, then you just listen to Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast.
Sir, we are out.
I don't have an outro. We got to zhuzh this up. That was like fucking. It was depressing talk. I know.
It's a podcast. It's a podcast. What the fuck?
It's a
you know?
podcast.
It's a podcast. Right before this podcast, I actually forgot there was a podcast. I was relaxing so hard. I was on my couch, had my hands up like this.
Here we go.
My feet were getting rubbed. I was like, I swear I got something to do right now. It's a podcast.
No one likes you. Nobody likes you.